Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to the Disney Plus project. So this week we were going to watch Hostel Planet, and we ended up not having quite enough time, because those are about 45 minutes apiece, and we didn't have quite that much time.
Yeah.
So instead, we will do that one next week, hopefully. And this week we ended up actually doing a newer show from Disney. Actually, it's a Disney Plus original called Be Our Chef. And so, for those of you who don't know, this is essentially a cooking competition show between families, and they bring these families to Florida, and kind of on Disney property, and they have.
I was going to say they're on Walt Disney World Resort.
They're on they're at Walt Disney World Resort property, and they bring them to the parks to get inspiration, and they have Disney themed competitions. And so the theme of this one was Cinderella.
Yeah.
And so essentially both families had to make a dish based around Cinderella, essentially, or what inspired by Cinderella or something like that. So before we get started, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and give us a like and a comment down below. Again, let us know what shows we should watch. Go through Disney Plus and let us know what shows we should watch, because there is a lot on there.
There's a lot on there.
And we're going to start hopefully getting into the movies here pretty soon, outside of just watching the shows. So hopefully we'll be able to watch some of those. So my first thoughts about this show was that, my first impressions was it was really good. It was obviously very well put together. The hostess lady, I'm not sure how I feel about her. I think she's a little
Andrea.
Something like that.
Andrea.
I don't know, she's a little over the top for me.
She's trying too hard to be that funny host, and I don't like it.
Yeah. She tried too hard to be goofy, and it just wasn't working. I think she should have been just more real. I think it would have been a little better. But overall, the show, I thought it was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah.
Other than you getting upset at the beginning with the when it was shown, because at the beginning it actually showed the clips of them going to Disney World and getting to meet Cinderella.
Just because I cry every dang time I see the castle, I don't know what you want from me, okay?
It's fine.
It's a totally normal reaction.
It is, actually. Any Disney fan will tell you that it is normal. I thought it was I really enjoyed watching that.
I did too. I thought it was good. I think some of it was kind of silly, just knowing, not silly in that way, but just because I've been around a lot of kids and I know kids really well, and the fact that they had a little mini game thing.
Oh yeah.
And they pitted a 9-year-old and a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
Doing hand-eye coordination stuff, which a 4-year-old doesn't have the hand-eye coordination of a 9-year-old. So obviously the team with the 9-year-old was going to win. So that's not even a fair competition. And I think that's something like that kind of irks me, because I would be upset if my 4-year-old got pitted against a 9-year-old. There's no way the 4-year-old would have won.
Right.
And that I think that's frustrating to me. But what do I know?
There's in the middle. There's a little mini game that they do where the winner of said mini game gets this magic spoon, where they then get to use essentially a power up, and that can be to add extra time, an extra 5 minutes of time at the end, or they can call in extra help, which I think they just have a couple of people on standby or something like that. I don't know, because they didn't use that. And they have one where it puts the other team in timeout for 3 minutes, which is the one that they used.
Yeah.
And then they had another one. I don't know what exactly that one was.
Yeah, I don't know what that was either. And it's funny because it totally backfired on them.
Yeah. The team that used that was the team that lost.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm also I would have a hard time, if I was on the show, putting the other team in timeout. I would be more likely to get the extra help.
To take the extra help or the extra time. Yeah, that's
for myself than to punish the other team. But
Yeah, because even the family that used it, like in the middle, they're like, oh, we feel bad doing something like that, but it's a competition. And I was like, well, but in this kind of competition, it's going to be more detrimental to you to use something like that against the other team rather than for yourself.
Yeah. And you know what? Them being in timeout for 3 minutes and the other team the other team getting an extra 3 minutes would have had the same effect. You're essentially taking them out of the game for 3 minutes or getting that extra 3 minutes at the end. I don't know. It just seems silly to me. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
But
yeah, but that's how they decided to use it. But yeah, they ended up losing. And the judges of this show are actual Disney resort chefs. Yeah. So the one that was on this episode was Chef Douglas from, I don't remember which restaurant. It was from the Boardwalk.
And he does like the catering and stuff too.
Yeah, so. Yeah, for that restaurant. I can't remember the name of the restaurant off the top of my head right now. But yeah, so they get actual like the head chefs from Disney restaurants to come in and taste test the dishes and decide on which one wins. Yeah. And then at the end of it, the winning team gets a special pin.
Based off of that
competition. So this team got a Cinderella pin.
Yeah.
And it's one for each member of the team, so they got 4 Cinderella pins. And I then looked at Anna and said, oh, I guess we need to teach Aiden how to cook.
But there's not 4 of us.
So?
We need to adopt another child.
Yeah, we got Ellie. It's fine.
Ellie, can you hold a knife? She's like, no, but I can eat your food.
The food, yeah. Yeah, I thought it was really good, though. I like this, because it's also not like a elimination thing where, this family lost this time, so now they're out. Like, they will compete against each of the other families in it. Yeah. It's like a tournament type thing.
It's round robin is what it is.
That was where I was
So they'll face off every single team. Yes. And then the team who has won the least then is systematically eliminated after that.
Yeah. And so the family with the most wins at the end of this is then awarded a Disney cruise.
Yeah.
A Disney Bahama cruise.
Yes.
Depending on when the cruises come back into play.
Well, and I wonder, pretty much this has to have been filmed.
Oh yeah, this was filmed before all this.
Well, because the thing is they had that shot of the castle. Mm-hmm. There was no construction going on the castle.
Yes.
And they started painting the castle before.
Well, yeah, they were filming this last year.
So so they've gone on their cruise. I'm sure they've gone on it.
Maybe.
I'm sure they went on their cruise before all of this happened. So
could be. But yeah, so that was the thing for winning. Is that they get to go on a cruise. Whether that has happened already or not, we don't know. But yeah, I'd like to watch the rest of them because I've been really into cooking recently, and so it was a lot of fun for me to watch. I liked watching kind of the ideas they came up with because they're coming up with all their own ideas. It's not like they're like, okay, let's grab this recipe, and no, they were just coming up with their own ideas as they were going.
Well, I think they had a recipe book. I think that's what they were looking at, but I don't think it was I don't think it was that they had to make one of those recipes because
mostly in that book both teams were just drawing.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was just for them to plot it out as a notebook. Because that one family decided what they were going to cook before they even left the bar.
Yes. That was the idea. They're like, okay, we're going to send you here to the parks to meet Cinderella so you can get some inspiration.
Yeah.
And their inspiration was, okay, we're going to make some grilled cheese and tomato soup because Cinderella had told them that she liked cheese.
Yep.
So, no, I like it. I want to watch the rest of those, actually.
I would.
Yeah.
It's not like I'd be, seeking it out and waiting for the next episode to drop.
Right, yeah.
But I would watch the rest of them,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's also, I think, would be a really good one to watch with kids.
Yeah, a little bit older kids. I wouldn't watch it with Aiden. No. But 6, 7, 8, I'd probably watch it with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it also get them interested in the kitchen and cooking and stuff too, I think.
Yeah, if they aren't interested in it.
I was a little shell-shocked at that. She had to have been 8, 9. The one girl using a knife. I was just like...
Oh, the 4-year-old's older sister? That one?
No, it was on the other team.
On the pink team?
Yeah, she was cutting something and she had the knife and I was just
onions,
like,
I think. Oh no, the mom was cutting the onions. I don't know.
I don't know what she was cutting, but I was just like getting ready to chew on my nails because that stresses me out. Like I don't even handle knives well.
Yeah.
Imagine like a little kid. Oh,
This is why I handle the knives and do all the chopping.
they make kid safe knives, so
There you go.
it's an option.
That's true. But yeah, so hopefully we'll be able to watch the rest of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of our thoughts on Be Our Chef. Like I said, it's a really good show, especially if you have a family.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be a good one for you to sit down and watch together. So next week we will hopefully be doing Hostile Planet.
Yes.
Hopefully.
I will make the time.
Okay, we can try to make the time.
Got this.
And then after that, we'll decide next week what we're gonna do after that. We'll watch movies like I know we need to watch Artemis Fowl is one of the ones that we need to watch.
Yes. I'm like halfway through the second book.
Oh, okay. So that might be one that we watch. You still have to watch Avatar, and like there's some other movies that we still need to watch. So yeah, we'll see. But anyway, until next time, thank you all for joining us, and don't forget
To thank the Phoenicians.